at designing a pot for our self-watering garden using a program called Fusion 360. I got most of you to install this on your computers in previous lessons, so you can partner up with someone in the class. I'd like you to complete this task in pairs to design a pot. Once you open Fusion 360, and it'll probably take a few seconds to open, we're going to look at the user interface and make sure that it is correct. So when you open the program, you should get an interface that looks something similar to mine. It'll have the grid laid out and all the tools on the toolbar across the top. If for some reason when you open it your grid does not appear, down here under grids and snaps you can turn the layout of the grid off and on. It makes it easier if the grid is there for you to see. We're just going to start by creating a sketch. To do so, we'll click on the line tool. That will allow us to select our axes which we wish to draw on. For this today, it doesn't really matter which axis you choose, but if we choose the axis which is on the Z, which is the vertical, and the X axis, it'll make our bowl stand upright when we're finished. Clicking on the origin and drawing a line out across parallel on the X axis, and you want to come out with that origin to about 30 millimeters. It doesn't need to be exact, but yeah, somewhere between 20 and 30 millimeters, and that'll form the base in which our bowl or our pot is going to sit on. If I then click on the left mouse button and drag up, I will use the arc tool. Now we don't want our bowl to be any higher than about 70 millimeters high. Okay, so I'm going to make mine about 45 or 50 millimeters high, which is essentially the height of which our pot is going to be when it's finished. So it's not really important. We can change the height and dimensions of our pot down the track. You'll see now, once I've finished drawing that line, the program wishes to continue drawing lines. To exit that, it's just simply a matter of pressing the escape tool. The next thing we would need to do is create an offset of that line. So under the sketch tab now, we can go down to the tool offset, and by clicking in the junction of where the straight line ends and the curved line starts, if I click in that junction, I'll get a 1 millimeter or an offset tab in there. I'd like you to make the offset 3 millimeters, and it's just a matter of typing in 3 and pressing enter, and we'll then get two lines parallel with each other that are offset by 3 millimeters. We need to click the line tool again now and zoom in and join our 2 points at the bottom. And you can see I zoom out and zoom back in to move my image on the page. I wish to draw another line now at the top to join the 2 points. And there I have now a curved shape that is joined where I'd like to join them. What I want to do now is go to the home button in the top right hand corner of my screen, and what that's going to do is take my image to a 3-dimensional image, so I'm looking down on it from an angle. The next tool we wish to use is the create tool, create form, and what we're going to do is a revolve. If I click on that revolve tool and I select the face of which I wish to revolve, and then I come over here to this box on the right hand side which pops up, and I move down to the axes and I select the axis I wish to revolve around, which is either this bottom axis here or the top line on this axis up here. my bowl will be created. It'll revolve entirely around that shape. I can then close this revolve box on the side, and using the orbit tool can scroll around, and you can see now, if I zoom out, I have created a bowl ready for the 3D printer. And that's pretty much it. It's that simple. In my next video, we'll look at how we can create some different shaped bowls that might be a little bit more intricate for you to have a look at.